First game here, EDG taking on Invictus Gaming for our last game of the night, last match of the night I should say, and Callisto is the first ban there from Edward Gaming.
Interesting, banning it away from time as well. It's a very targeted ban. I don't know how necessary that is.
True, I mean we have seen pretty varying draft strategies here, as Lulu does get taken away from IG, but we sort of mentioned that there are a lot of good champions you want to take away. But you do have some wiggle room, I guess, for target bans as Lissandra is taken away. And I think we are going to start seeing Lissandra get constantly banned, as Gangplank will join the almost always banned list.
Well, yeah, I think Lissandra might join the Gangplank list or something now at this stage.
Yeah, and Misfortune, the other pirate that nobody wants to play against, does also get banned away here. And there's Rise, the last ban, understandably away from Athena. But I believe even against Pawn, people were banning Rise. Oh, EDG were banning it. So people clearly know the strength of the champion. And what do EDG want to take for their first pick here? Is it going to be Alistar? I feel like the answer to this question has almost always been Alistar.
Yeah.
Trundle is open as well, though.
And the one time Alistar was banned, it was Thresh.
Well, there's Alistar. Ooh, and instantly the poppy hover there from Kid. So maybe thinking that that's something they want to be taking away. Of course, I did mention Trundle open as well, so could take that away if they wanted to. Plenty of options here. Because that red side drafting's gotten quite good on this patch, as that is Trundle locked in already.
That's a very good flex pick for Invictus Gaming. The Trundle, of course, can go support, can go top lane. Zatai is a strong Trundle player.
And there's the poppy. So that could also be, that could be anywhere, actually.
Yeah.
Almost. I think with mid lane and ADK we can probably rule out, but it could be just about anywhere else. We've seen it support, we've seen it top.
This is such a standard trend now for all of these drafts, is just pick flex in your first rotations and then cement the team comp based off their flex somehow.
Yep. Yeah, you have to adapt really quickly in drafts. And that's, again, why I think red side drafting has actually been surprisingly successful.
Yeah.
There's lots of good champions. People are still target banning because they don't feel like, even though there's a good pool of top-tier champions, that none of them necessarily warrant a ban apart from maybe the likes of GP and Misfortune on this patch. Even Kindred, who saw a lot of bans on day one, is starting to sneak through a bit more. So EDG can have to consider what they really want here.
If they lock that in, that is the most nasty draft.
That's pretty rude.
As a three-man draft. You can't kill any of them.
Well,
at all.
Sounds good news for one of the teams. And it seems like it might just be Alistar, Tomcat, Kindred. Fire Lolly going to take a third different jungle. Oh, the Nautilus swap up.
What?
Very late.
Does it mean it's a top Nautilus?
It might be. I mean, it's in the Tomcat.
Well, there's an Alistar.
Yeah, who's probably a support.
Yeah, so it has to be.
It could be mid lane Nautilus.
Oh, no. Don't say that. There's no Doinby.
There is no Doinby. Well, Kindred Nautilus in some capacity are in this draft for EDG. Where they're going, I guess we'll find out soon. But that's Lucian Graves locked in there for IG. And all of a sudden, I don't know what's happening. Because there are two supports and top laners and two... I guess the
Poppy top lane, Trundle support.
Never mind.
Yeah, one of them's top lane support.
I solved it.
The other's Graves.
Yep.
And Kid's playing an AD carry, so if you want to consider that,
wow, there we go.
We're in a good position here.
Well, I mean, they had both open. Both Kindred and Graves were open. Fire Lolly snapped up Kindred, so Kid will go ahead and give himself Graves, which makes sense. Also a very strong jungle pick in general, so I do like to see it here. Looks like Ezreal is going to get locked in. Could be either for Athena or Def, but Def did have a great game on it. And there might just be something in the water over in China. We've seen a lot of Lux hovers today and quite a few Lux picks. But we'll have to wait and see what they want here. Looks like Ari being hovered currently for EDG.
Lux is really good against burst champions.
Yep.
It's also decent against sustained fights. You do get your burst out, but the rotations aren't that long of a cooldown. Well, I prefer this, though.
Yep, Ari actually the pick for Athena. So he's going to show something else. Had Varus, of course, in his first and only game of the LPL. Now going to take Ari into his second one. This does leave IG with the counter pick for Rookie, a player who is very, very good whenever you give him the counter pick. Also a very seasoned Ari player, so he'll have more than enough ideas about what he wants to play here.
So many options available. I feel like Rookie's the kind of guy that always defaults to Echo, and I still don't understand why. But
because Rookie.
Exactly is the reason. He can play a lot of champions, as you mentioned. So what will he go for here? I'd like the LeBlanc.
Yep.
Honestly, I was going to say LeBlanc, potentially Lux if he wanted to go that route, but he's more of a LeBlanc player to me. He's better on assassin style of champions.
He's definitely got kind of an aggressive streak to him. Even though I feel like he has mellowed out just a tad from his early years. But still definitely likes to win his lane. Really, really good laner. And that is going to be LeBlanc there for Rookie. That's any last minute changes? Doesn't look like it. And they'll take a pretty old school matchup, I guess.
Yeah.
But one that I'm sure both players, in particular Rookie, are very practiced on.
You know, there we go.
It's okay.
It's taking a while. That was all I was going to
All right, jacket's up now for Rookie. Time to get serious and place in the block. But I'm sure Athena is confident in the matchup as well. I have to imagine from most top-tier competitive mid laners, this is a matchup they've played so many times.
Yeah, this is a very common older matchup when there was not a lot of champions to play in that middle lane in any capacity. So if they don't know this matchup, they haven't played mid lane for a very long time. You would imagine they're very comfortable with this now against one another.
I think so. So let's kind of looking through the rest of the draft here. Kindred's probably the biggest step in a different direction here. EDG feels like a relatively similar comp than the one they were showing in against Royal earlier in the week, but Kindred definitely creates a very different style of play for your team.
Yeah, it's the anti-die type of strategy, right? It's counter-engage that provides another aspect of utility to your team fighting that you didn't otherwise have. And I mean, the biggest thing that stands out to me right now is an intentional Nautilus top into Poppy.
That's true. There is Nautilus top for Chorus. Let's run down the lineups. Nautilus in the top side, Fire Lily over there on the Kindred, Ari, Ezreal, and Alistar. And then we just missed the IG side. But Poppy top for Zatai. I love it. I love it so much.
I mean, yeah, sure. It's going to be so interesting. Koro picked with confidence into it.
Certainly did. We'll have to see if it works out for them. Let's get ourselves onto the Rift for game number 1. And here we are with our last best of 3 of the evening. EDG, Edward Gaming, taking on long-time rivals Invictus Gaming here. But will both be both these teams' only final matches of the LPLs. Kitties for this week at least, as Athena has actually found Kitties getting slapped a bit there by the Trundle. Does take some damage, but should be just fine as his teammates coming to help him. Kid, though, getting aggressive early with the Graves jungle.
Oh, no.
Actually pushing Athena out. Now Zatai's actually caught Koro.
Zatai's the lollipoppy as well.
Of course he is.
He would.
He absolutely would. Puts down the hammer shock, throws the buckler in. Just a bit of early harass there on Dekoro.
So it's great when you watch a Poppy throw the buckler out. There's just this like necessity. It's like a Draven axe to catch the buckler.
Yep.
Like you need to go and get it. And honestly, there was no point in getting that extra shield just then. It's so great. It's like Lee Syndrome.
Yeah. Well, Time and Kitties are going to set up here for this Grump. Seems like we are going to have standard lanes to kick it off here. You can see Maker and Deft also down by the Krugs. And finally here with the blue buff, Zatai is going to get a little bit tricky. But shouldn't be able to take that Corrigan and zone him away. And of course the smite there for Fire Lolly as well. Graves actually starting red buff, which we have seen a number of times. So both junglers starting on the same sides here.
He just jungles so well. He's already done Krugs basically by himself, while Zatai was watching them do blue and still has more health than Kindred.
Yep.
Like, he's a fantastic jungler.
Yeah, which is such a weird thing to say about Graves, but here we are. Welcome to Season 6. As Deft and Mako are now lining themselves up against Time and Kitties. Once again, Deft back on the Ezreal. Had a great game on it, but we'll see if we can repeat that, and maybe EDG can maneuver themselves into a win as we do pop in the mid lane. Rookie versus Athena, and that's quite a lot of damage early on. Nice poke there from Rookie.
Yeah, Athena really struggling already. Of course, still having potions. Should sustain up once Ari's passive does come through. Thankfully, gives a fair bit of sustain, and that actually took Kid a very long time.
It did, unfortunately. Fire Lolly is going to come out into the red buff. Start kiting that away. You can see Kid has marked him, though. So if there is any sort of duel, it could be bad. Kitties is actually moving up towards the mid lane, though. I think he might have been checking for something for the jungler, but didn't see one. Yeah, just put a ward down.
I mean, he didn't even check the red. He just actually walked by.
Zatai versus Koro. Koro going to get in. Decent damage there from the Riptide. Does hit level 3. Minions helping him out a little bit there in that top lane as well. But this is, like you said, an intentional thing. As Athena's actually going to get snared up there. Another great little combo from Rookie.
Such a good trade from Rookie once again. I mean, that's too many potions used by Athena already in this laning phase. The only concern for Rookie now is mana control, so if he can just sit there and only use auto attacks on minions, he's going to be sitting very comfortably in this lane.
Did have to kill minion just there as Mako does get a combo out onto time, but just sort of buying a little space here in that bottom lane as minions are going all the way under turret here. Does help move them away there. Def going to get most of these under the turret. In fact, very nice little freeze there. Just gets them out from under turret range. Although Athena is already forced back. Second Doran's completed now. A couple of extra biscuits. That rookie's going to have a very easy shot here. Philo actually going to swoop in just to collect a bit of additional experience for himself.
Yeah, I mean, Rookie winning middle lane this hard already, forcing an Ari to go back. He's going to get his own recall in, so it kind of resets. But the advantage is the boots that LeBlanc is now about to pick up, and even the bottom lane. We watched their trade just a little bit earlier. Feels like Invictus Gaming are the ones that have pressure. Yeah,
and they do have strong laners, especially in the mid and top lane. I'm really curious to see how Koro is going to navigate this matchup, because he did pick this for himself with the top Nautilus, but let's see how it all shakes out. Pretty even so far on the CS front. Just the top lane is going through a few corrupting potion charges. This kid's actually bottom lane now. Decent time for a gank. Pillar does go down. Def going to get blinded out there by the smoke screen. Good headbutt there from Mako. Kitty's actually under the tower now. That might be too much. Going to take another hit, and he barely lives.
The Trundle passive every time a minion dies, as well as the red pot, is enough to keep him alive. Of course, the cookie giving a bit of extra HP on activation. So Kitty's is actually going to be perfectly fine. Look at his health regeneration. It's gross.
Trundle!
I am Trundle.
And Philo actually poking his way into the top lane, but the tie pretty far back and safe there as Koro starting to shove that wave into turret. He's ahead right now on CS, but the tie should catch up as they crash towards the tower itself. So Philo instead can maybe look for those Krugs, although is maybe committing to a dive. Koro's getting aggressive, going to pop the Riptide down again to tie, taking quite a bit of trade, but Philo, I think, just getting some vision down perhaps. Having a look, seeing what's around there in the jungle.
And Grasp of the Undying was the choice there for this top lane Nautilus from the looks of it. So sustain-wise, I mean, I can see some merit in dealing with the Poppy lane by being an overbearing tank. I feel like there's no way to actually stop the Poppy later anyway. So you're essentially going to get outscaled. And EDG as a whole team, not just the top laner, they all scale reasonably well. But their team fighting could then suffer because of it.
And Rookie again, you can see so much poke. Get pretty much every sigil proc there. And Athena's starting to run out of mana. He's actually leveled down now as well. Should be 6 relatively soon. But Rookie is, like you mentioned already, just completely all over this lane. And this is what Rookie's known for. Incredibly confident 1v1 player.
And every single time we've seen a LeBlanc at the moment, it's been like this. It's just becoming a little bit outrageous. Kid, he's going to get a pink ward, but he's also going to find Fire Lily in a minute.
Yep.
Or not.
Nope.
Good pathing.
Yep, just moves back through the lane. Koro actually moving in towards the jungle, hoping to catch Graves, but Kid's on the right side of the map for that.
Rookie could be in trouble here. He's got 3 members, and the ult's out.
Gets ulted up, forced to flash away as well. Does not commit. No, Koro! Way too deep! Philo wasn't even following in, and now Kid's here as well. The chain does land. Koro eats quite a few tower hits. And here comes the tie in as well on the Poppy. Is level 6, so can use that hammer. Going to move in towards Koro. Does knock them both up. Good here. Ult. Rookie also going to come back in. A great flash, though. But the W's pop can't get out. And Rookie gets a well-deserved first blood. And Philo is going to be a second kill for Zatai.
I have no idea what Edward Gaming think they are doing by trying to dive Rookie under his turret. Of course it was just poke, and they're trying to put damage down, but it's a Poppy. Zatai just teleports in and makes your life miserable for it. Rookie comes back in, hits chains. What a mistake.
Yeah, and they're going to get themselves a dragon as well as those 2 kills. So already 1,000 gold ahead in this game. And let's see this again. This was a perfect teleport from Zatai.
Yeah, so Zatai makes his way in, knocks them up with his ultimate. And this was the best part because it gives Rookie enough time to come back in, hit the chains as well onto Fire Lily. And it's what cements the second kill. His Kid is doing pretty good.
Yeah, nice flash actually. Gets the end of the line down. Moves it in, and you can see Zatai very happy with that play there as Poppy. That's the other nice thing about Kid and Zatai. They've played together for a while, so even though Kid is changing positions, probably doesn't look too different here. Currently 0-0-2 on Jungle Graves. Oh, no.
Oh, there we go. Took a very long time.
1 health off, I think. It's a bit unfortunate, but does go over to Athena in the end. The real issue, though, is that Rookie's 20 CS ahead at 1-0-1. And moving very quickly towards a Morelli-Nomicon.
Yeah, so effectively about 35 CS ahead at the moment. He's going to have his items super quickly. The Morellos is a better accelerated item, I'll have to say, than going for the Frost Queens. 10% extra CDR, and you're reliably getting the blue buffs, of course. So in a great position, as I say that, Kid. But, you know, he's new to jungle. Forgive him.
Takes it away from Rookie, but probably not too much of a problem here. does return to lane. Going to start last hitting, and Athena will be forced back. He has the Frostfang. He's got a Null Magic Mantle as well.
Oh no, we're good.
All right.
Nice troll bane.
He's donating it over. The rookie will get his blue as well, and that's going to make Athena's life quite tricky if it wasn't already. Back down in the bottom lane, though, Deft is even on CS pretty much, and building again quickly towards that blue Ezreal build. Seems like, again, EDG's bottom lane's going just as fine, kind of how we expect. They're not winning lane like they maybe were at the start of last year.
But they're not losing,
But the top
right?
side of EDG, definitely struggling in the first few minutes.
Absolutely. From the middle to the top, it is not going well. Athena is really suffering in this 1 versus 1 in the middle lane. Itemization-wise, Athena shouldn't really be winning because he's already behind, but it's starting to snowball out of control to the point where Rookie can clear the waves now and leave whenever he wants.
And that's just the little things. Rookie is such a good laner. I don't know how many times I can say this about Rookie in the LPL, but he's a great player across many different facets. But for me, the best thing he'll always be at is laning.
Yeah, no, Rookie's laning is great, and it's evident at the moment. Like, he's really making Athena struggle in this 1 versus 1.
And it's hard. You know, you play against a veteran player like Rookie, you know, with a sub-jungler Fire Lily, with your new sub-mid laner, Athena, and it must be tricky because Rookie just applies so much pressure to the center of the map, even though IG are also playing with a new and or sub-jungler, depending on how you want to think about it.
Yeah.
If you effectively almost isolate the mid lane matchup because of how that works out, especially because they're both playing AD carry junglers who just want to farm up, and Rookie's just simply gotten the better of Athena in the early minutes.
I mean, absolutely. And the scary part to consider is it's not going to get any better from here because they've already roamed towards the middle lane, Koro, and that's where it all started to go downhill for them. Zatai's teleport actually pays dividends, right? Like, they get what they're looking for, and that is 2 kills, snowballing more than just the middle lane from this.
Yep.
The fact that the fight took place in the middle lane was almost like an out-of-necessity movement from Edward Gaming, and they pay for it.
Yeah, and as a strategic option, I actually really liked Koro's roam from top to mid, but they should just given up. As soon as that flash gets burnt after your depth charge, just leave.
Yeah.
Rookie's already gone. He's well and truly under his turret. You know Kid is probably on that side of the jungle.
Like, I understand that Koro was doing it just to put down damage to make the lane better.
Yeah.
But he got hit by chains after he hooked himself under the turret and took so much damage when really it was unnecessary. It was aggressive and it was an overestimation of your own tankiness and a lack of respect for Rookie's damage.
And yeah, definitely paid the price. 2 kills, 1 over to 2 pretty key members over on Invictus Gaming. They're off to a pretty good start here against EDG, who once again, out of the gates, a little slow here in this season. Again, some of that can be moved to their substitute players, and it is nice that they're giving them the time in the league, but EDG are a team that do like mixing things up. They usually start mixing up when they're well and truly ahead of the league standings, not right at the start of the season. So big stylistic change for EDG as well.
Such a risky movement, let's be honest. Going for this straight off the bat, you don't get as many points overall now for going 2-0, so you can't afford to start behind and work your way back in as easily.
Yeah.
EDG should actually be respecting the fact that they might be losing these series against teams they should be winning against.
Yeah.
First and foremost, if they lose to Invictus Gaming with Kid in the jungle, how do you think that represents EDG and their points climb from there?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Royal, and you can maybe forgive them for being like, oh, we think this is like, you know, we're not too sure, probably a middle-of-the-pack team. Turns out Royal, very good after the off-season, and have gone on this week to play very well and finish without dropping a series. IG, I can definitely see what EDG were like, okay, this team is a team, A, we have good history against, we've beaten before, as we are back into the game. So we'll see if it costs them here. Certainly costing them in the early game. Once again, Rookie doing work on mid laners all around the world, but of course back here in the LPL.
Yeah, Kid now working his way towards the pink ward. He's going to just try and clear some vision for this Invictus Gaming side. It's something that you'll see reiterated many times is, do they have control of areas? Can they look for objectives? And Fire Lolly and Kid, I would wager Fire Lolly is very keen on 1v1ing people. Kid might not be as confident in doing so, so looking just to make controlled decisions.
Yep. Deft and Mako actually pushing us in quite nicely, but not really much of a lead here. Time just going to happily CS these under turret, and Deft's probably going to try and get himself back relatively soon. Does feel like, once again, the EDG bottom lane and Deft's well-known Ezreal might have to do quite a little work here in this mid-game, especially since Athena has struggled a bit here. But if he can keep up not too far behind in CS, especially if he doesn't die, that's probably the biggest thing to not do. Although Rookie's starting to get very aggressive here in this mid lane. He's got plenty of mana to work with this blue buff.
Yeah, absolutely right. Of course, Athena's build is still going to be quite good for sustaining through laning phase. Not a big deal to go for an Abyssal Scepter first as an Ahri. In fact, it's quite standard in a lane where you're going to be taking poke. So the real concern is when the items are completed.
Yep.
Mako's...
He's been hanging out in this brush for quite a while.
He's just playing ward duty.
Yep.
His ward's not far off dying, and he's about to see that theirs will. So.
Yep. Oh, they've seen me this whole time. Well, looks like we do have recalls actually from Kid and Rookie as well. Rookie's gone back. Morellonomicon is completed. Just under 11 minutes, so great clip there for that item. You can see Deft actually still zoning them off. Effectively 1v2. Well, Philo is in the area as well, so I don't really blame them as the Wolf Spirit does spot them off. Philo's invades have been a little bit off the mark, unfortunately. Maybe thinking about a dive, but instead make the safe play and just take out the Scuttle Crab instead.
Yeah, I don't know what the strategy actually is here for EDG, because there's no dragon for them to take, and they're not going to be able to dive a Trundle. Illusion's a very mobile champion as well, having the flash available. There's no way you're killing them with summoners up. Instead, it's just pressure. Like, really, they're just showing their presence on the map. It's like Firelolly has this necessity to show his presence, whereas Kid's just farming.
Yep, and 40, actually even on the CS front right now, but Kid keeping up pretty easily here up against the Kindred. Again, I expect both these junglers, especially Kindred, to really start tearing through the jungle, but we'll see how it all works out. Rookie does move out of the way of that charm, though. He's running a little low on mana, now that the blue buff has worn off.
But, of course, Morellonomicon is completed on him, so starting to power up, starting to ramp up with his spells in terms of damage output. There's a very real chance that he can put some... Oh!
Mako's here actually in the mid lane. Rookie does get out of the way. Didn't even need to use his flash there. Mako with a nice roam, but can't quite convert. Now going to look again. Looks for the charm. Doesn't quite look. Land here as Kitties is also in the mid lane. Koro roam down again. But once again, that roam's going to be cut short. Thankfully, no one from EDG dies this time, but IG completely evade that pressure.
Yeah, Zatai does have the teleport, but Kid had to use his ultimate there in a defensive manner to push himself back. The thing is, he was expecting a charm, and he actually altered himself into a wall and didn't move anywhere, and used his flash as well to get to safety. So they do burn a summoner spell. That's something for a nice roam. In saying that, of course, Athena doesn't have his ignite anymore, so kind of affects that middle lane 1v1 by a fair bit.
Well, back in the top lane. Oh, never mind. Blue buff now for Athena. He's going to collect that for himself. We do have Essence Reaver actually finished for time as well. Oh my god, Firelolly. That's awkward.
Happened twice. First time, it sits on 1 health and you can't get it. The second time, you know what? Wolf wants it.
And he got it.
Wolf got it.
Very hungry. So he does take it away, unfortunately. But we can't see BF Sword actually for Deft, so... Bit of a audible. Yeah. Essence Reaver finished for time, but Deft I think might also be building. He did it last time he played Ezreal.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, now actually Koro in trouble. Good aggression there from Zatai. Koro going to have to Riptide his way out, but Kid's here. End of the lines there, but actually misses. Nice little move there from Koro to get out of the way. And that's not going to be quite enough yet. Damage just not there without Kid's ulti.
Zatai wanted that, and Kid did not want that. He knew that it was done and just started to farm, whereas Zatai was like, hey man, hey, well, I'm going. Are we? Nope. All right. And had to back off. So a little bit of a communication error, but some nice damage put down onto Koro, who should still be fine in this top lane, as Zatai is running a little bit low on that mana pool.
It's a pretty unexciting top lane, to be honest.
Yeah.
2 Barmy Cinders right now, lots of farming going on, but they are both powering up. Nautilus obviously going to be going probably pure tank, but we do have a defensive, offensive item for Zatai there in that Hex Drinker, as Athena continuing to struggle here in this lane. He's actually 40 CS behind now.
Yeah, that's not a position you want to find yourself in. That blue buff being taken hurts so much. It's actually really bad. They're about to give the blue buff over to Rookie as well, so this middle lane is exploding out from this moment onwards.
Well, Athena's life was difficult before.
There you go. No,
nope.
What are you...
He's too busy looking at champions he wants to kill. Actually, Mako maybe caught out here. Good trick of the chain. Teleport will get completed by Koro. See if EDG can turn this around. Ghosts do come out. Athena does pop his Frost Queens. One hits Rookie, one finds Trundle, but no good targets there for EDG. And Koro again comes down to the bottom half of the map, looks for a kill or a gank, and just can't find it. This is very sneaky.
Yeah, he's on top of the...
Oh, so smart. So Athena going to get crushed, and goodbye.
So smart from Rookie. He knows he has the pink ward there, and there's no reason for him to be in that bush. But Rookie's in that bush and catches Athena on rotation after clearing a minion wave. That was genius.
That was, and that's Rookie. Not just a pretty face with some nice mechanics. Does have Pretty good brain behind the mid lane as well. So now creeping even further up in CS. Poor Athena finally gets himself killed, which is what we didn't want to have happen. But Rookie going to go in. Philo is actually just dead. No, Lamb's respite might be enough. Kid going to move in, try and finish it off. The flash is good. Ulti, oh, it barely misses Philo. And Rookie wants it. He'll get it.
Rookie picks up the kill. And, of course, it was a duke of the Graves ultimate. Let's be fair. The collateral damage does not kill. Oh, my God. He didn't die.
No,
but
he
went back to it after taking damage. It was like he just disappeared off the map. Not sure what happened.
Well, very flashy plays once again from Rookie. Nets him 3-0-1 in this game. He's 100% kill participation. Of the 4 kills IG have, he has 3 of them.
Yeah, and he's been involved with them all.
Yep.
So, Rookie is powered up. Athena is really struggling. I have to question his going for the Frost Queen's claim opposed to getting the Abyssal Scepter first. Because you can leave it at the Frostfang and just get money back the whole time. And we're going to see the burst that Rookie just put out, which is disgusting. Lolly did manage to get the ultimate off. Dodges the Graves by juking back a little bit. Just barely, I will say. And Rookie comes in to clean this up with the flash. So smart play all around. Lolly did his absolute best to dodge it. And we're going to watch the deft shot here as well. Or we're not, actually. It went too fast.
I think it might have hit, but didn't quite kill him. As he do with another.
It did hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skirmish breaking out. Athena looking to pressure out onto Kitties, but doesn't quite get it. Rookie again goes in for the poke. And that's 40% of Athena's health bar in just 2 little hits.
And it's about to be a Luden's Echo on the next item here for Rookie. So this is not a position you want to find yourselves in as EDG. The good thing about Ahri is it's always going to ramp up with the pick potential. Has a lot of mobility, so it's very hard to die as Ahri in team fights and skirmishes. And still always going to be relevant in the later stages of this game. It's just a matter of how relevant and how powered up the Ahri is going to be.
Yeah, this has been a pretty rough landing phase for Athena. So welcome to the LPL. Pretty challenging here. 2,000 gold up for IG overall as well. Do have a dragon to their name. No turrets taken just yet. You can see Zatai back in that top lane, farming up nicely with that farming Cinder. Does have a Sheen in there as well, so might be going Trinity Force. Would expect Zatai to be more of the aggressive Poppy build style of player.
Come on.
Iceborne Gauntlet, of course.
Always go for that Iceborne Gauntlet on Poppy because you are just so sticky with Boots of Swiftness.
The random Ruby Crystal.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part. Iceborne Gauntlet build.
Knowing Zatai, he's probably going to go for a Trinity.
Yes. Well, we'll have to see. Probably not both. As we do see Dragon picked up by IG. It's number 2, actually. They do have that objective lead as well. Philo continuing to try and counter jungle, sort of Kindred's thing. But hasn't done too much yet on the Kindred. Actually fallen behind in CS as well. Kid about 10 up now. The build's looking unsurprisingly quite similar for the 2 AD carry junglers. And in general, it just feels like EDG has lost a bit of the magic. Early game's definitely been a struggle for them. This one no different. This time it's all been about mid lane here. Rookie once again can't stop singing the man's praises. He has just dominated the first 15 minutes of this game or so in mid lane.
In China, right? Like they aspire to be Clearlove or beat Clearlove.
Yep.
And now that he's replaced Clearlove, essentially, for these games at least, dangerous position to be in.
Certainly is. As we do pop ourselves back into the game. First turret does fall there. It's IG that collect it. And unsurprisingly, it is the mid lane turret. Poor Athena. Still struggling now. 50 CS down as Rookie's having a real fun old time here on LeBlanc. Going to go pick up his next item. Just looking through, nothing actually completed since we last left, so Rookie's first big buy here should be that Luden's, and it is done.
And I would say unofficially we've hit the mid-game right now.
Yep.
We're basically waiting on the item from Zatai to be completed, and then we're basically hitting a big power point, probably fighting around any objective possible as, again, another turret goes down and no one's ganking.
Yeah, EDG are actually committing to bottom lane completely here. Athena's the only one on their team that's not there. So Zatai, he does get a turret out of it, but EDG are going to have to make something really happen in this bottom side. Koro's roam once again will not be worth too much here for his team. You see Philo there. Koro's just in the brush above, but Philo gets spotted, and that's probably jig up here for EDG. No, Koro is going to go in for Kitties. Great headbutt there from Mako. Knock up there from the depth charge. Ulti out from Ezreal. Kitties, though, is so tanky on the Trundle. Def will get the last auto in, but that's a lot committed for 1 kill.
That was a whole heap, and it was for a dive as well, as they do have to back off. All they get for it is 300 gold, the single kill. They share it around with a few people, granted, and honestly, the best part about that was the scrying orb went down and only spotted Fire Lolly.
Yeah.
They didn't actually acknowledge that Koro was in that bush as well, so it's good of them to get that kill, that is for certain. And they got a lot of pressure on this turret. In fact, it may well go down. And some good things starting to happen for EDG.
Yeah, if they get this as well, that will be a little bit more worth it, but I think they didn't quite know where Rookie was. They see him now. but a little too worried. They actually have to back away, so they won't even get the turret in the bottom lane. A single kill is all the EDG get out of that. Seems like Rookie might be having some issues out of game. In-game looks really good. Still getting pressured out by Rookie. Daft's going to continue hitting his minions away. Have to think Manamune is pretty close here, although he does have that BF sword again. So might be going for a slightly different second item and stack that tier up later. But he is going to recall. Probably has some decent gold to spend here. So I'll see what he wants to go and pick up. Nautilus getting tankier as well. Has that Glacial Shroud now in there. So probably the Frozen Heart on the way at some point. And Deft is once again tricking me. Gonna ulti once more and just take another wave, because why not? He's felt very comfortable in this lane as Mako caught out. Does get chained up there, and a great ulti. Never mind, Rookie's Ignite gonna get the kill instead.
Good job from Kid and Rookie. The teleport bottom, they're diving Deft.
Yeah, Deft could be in trouble. He's all left alone, and they've realized that heal not there. Does go down, and Zatai slams him in the wall for a kill.
Zatai making sure he gets the kill. The teleport does need to be worthwhile, of course. He's now going to recall, head back towards that top lane, and it doesn't look like the turret is of any threat of going down.
Oh my god, Rookie. That was such a sick chain. Combo going to land in there. Great charm from Athena. Actually might save him. Distortion's not quite there. But Rookie, I don't think he can chase anymore.
Rookie had flash. Need to keep that in mind. The kill threat is well and truly there for this man, as his ultimate is not too far away. In fact, he could just burst Fire Lolly.
Chain does not tell. A good dash away there. As the tower does go down in bottom. Rookie, though, is manhandling anybody who challenges him in this lane. It's not just Athena that's going to have problems now. No. It's the rest of EDG.
Already forced Athena back with no health. Then has Mako and Fire Lolly appear in the middle lane. Says, I don't really care. I'm just going to time as well. To be fair, just eat into it.
Yep. Continuing to throw ultis out. Does actually have the Manamune now and the BF sword. So powering up pretty quickly. Will be on his 2 items relatively soon, and we saw that was really the jumping off point for Def last time he played Ezreal. Abyssal is done for Athena, so there is going to be a little bit more defense as well, and even Koro's got the Spectre's Cal finished up as well. So you can see the items starting to come together now for Invictus, for EDG, but IG are already on the way. Almost done, 2 items there for time. Rookie has 2 items and more coming now, with upgraded boots as well. So things are getting tricky. Even Zatai's finished up Iceborne Gauntlet, just like you expected, Rusty.
Yeah, it's a very tricky situation for EDG. They do have some spikes in power, as you mentioned. Of course, the base resistance is completed for Koro, so naturally, he's going to be super tanky. Deft has just turned himself into an R-bot. He's only got the R key. But this is the problem, and it's something we're going to continue to look at.
Yep. I mean, tower does go down in bottom, so EDG do get some gold there. 3-1 up in turret still for IG. And about 5,000 gold up, actually 4,000, but that's quite a lot as Rookie just jumps in.
He's ahead of the clock now because of these Raptors.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is a LeBlanc that is doing work, but also a LeBlanc that should be leaving the middle lane very soon, because I'm not going to say he's overstayed his welcome. It's great that he's pressuring and bringing multiple members to him, but his immediate response now should be clear the wave. I've already forced Athena to go back, and not to do Raptors, but to pick bottom lane or top lane, or Baron or Dragon. Just find a point of control that your entire team is looking towards and working towards. But at the moment, they're all just remaining stagnant, so he has to stay mid.
Yep, well, Koro going to donate blue buff over to Athena. So he's going to get this one, thankfully. Dragon is up in just under 10 seconds now, and IG do have 2, so you have to think if they want to force the fight, they've got a pretty good spot to do so. Not too sure EDG can even afford to pick this fight. IG's vision already quite good in this area. Mako going to get chunked down.
Oh my god.
Here's the rest of IG going to spring the trap. Fire Lolly dashes over the ridge. Athena going to hit that down. Once again, Rookie lands the chain. Athena forced a Q out there as Rookie can't quite connect the rest of his combo. But IG have started this dragon, and this should be a very clean dragon number 3. IG on a very good clip for this objective. Deft! Not quite there. Nice smite from Kid.
Good job to Kid, of course. Showing he can press his smite key very
Which is a lot harder than it sounds.
Believe it or not, as the new jungler, can still smite the dragon away from the Ezreal ultimate that almost stole it. As once again, it feels like Rookie having some small
It's 4-0-1, man. How much more help do you need?
Speaks volumes. There should be teams that are experienced playing together. EDG as an established organization should be.
Well, we are back once again into the game, as IG is still fairly far ahead into this one. About 4,000 gold up so far. As Athena is going to just clear these creeps out. But Rookie, again, really sticking in this mid lane. There's actually almost 60 CS ahead now in this particular game. So it's climbing up. And in general, IG have knocked down more than enough towers. They've got the outers done. Can start threatening the tier 2s. Just in general, it feels like the space just very clearly way more open for IG. But like you mentioned, Rusty, I think they haven't maybe done everything they could with it.
No, not at all. I'm pretty sure that Rookie has a lot of room to move. I think Kid should be working a lot around having vision in the middle lane areas, pink wards to be placed down between himself and Rookie, and then consolidate that vision control, work towards the rest of the map. But honestly, it feels like Invictus Gaming at the moment, they're just looking towards much more of the dragon control. They want the 5th dragon. That's why Graves sucks as well.
Yeah.
Sieging doesn't exist with Graves. Yeah. 2 and you're done. Hang on, gotta reload. Jesus, this is hard.
Well, default back in. Apologies for the brief delay. As Koro's found Kitties, or maybe the other way around. Kids found him as well. Pillar is there. Line not quite there for Graves, and Koro, he's trying to get away. Here's a tie will chase. Koro very tanky though, does pop the ulti.
Around.
And they're going to go back in for it. That's an awkward time to pause.
That is so not appropriate to pause in. I wonder what the issue is this one. Oh no.
Help, there's an Alistar coming towards me. That's the issue. And welcome back, guys. We are back into the game. Once again, big apologies for the delays. But we're going to get ourselves back into it here. Thank you all so much for being as patient as you are. And IG, time to turn things up. EDG could not quite take that fight. And IG, in fact, might just go in. Big Poppy ulti actually pushes them off the turret. And they're able to take that one. Very creative there from Zatai.
Not bad at all. Of course, Invictus Gaming, they're starting to work around the advantages that they have, mostly through that middle lane. But to be fair, they've also got a 2-0-1 Poppy in Zatai that can just knock people around the rift as he pleases.
And we've seen this a little bit from Looper, actually. EDG have already felt this pain once, but Poppy is quite good in the team fight phase, especially when she scales up a little bit more. So EDG are going to have to pick their team fights very carefully, and might not have the items to do so just yet, but are clearing things out as they can. No turrets does... Oh, sorry, only 2 turrets makes it a little tricky, because there's no space open in the mid, and Rookie has a death cap since we last saw him.
That is the scariest LeBlanc to ever grace the planet at the moment. Look, there is nothing that Athena can do. Sitting back, like, beyond the minion wave. Yep. Rookie's about to clear this with probably 1 W and an auto attack on each, because he is that big at the moment, and leave middle.
Well, Satai's actually bottom side now as well, so starting to split push by the looks of things. Has the gauntlet ready, able to push quite quickly, actually. And do see that serrated Dirk there as well, so Zatai, typically in typical Zatai fashion, going for a bit more of aggressive item. I mean, why not really?
That's a good decision.
It's about time.
I mean, honestly, they've got Zatai on the bottom lane with that Poppy, so Baron is the natural choice. 28 minutes in the game, it's definitely doable.
Koro here as well, going to clear this out, but can't really challenge Zatai in such a long lane. And IG going to go straight for it. Zatai's actually just streaming over there. They do check it. They have it with the ulti, and IG immediately back off. Rookie, though, might have found a target, but Deft does not let that proc. His health would not have lasted long if it did.
Zatai didn't even teleport when he got here, but of course, Kitty taking a lot of damage from that Baron decides not to recall and then has to run away, I guess, because EDG...
Hook not quite there for Koro. Might be able to siege up this mid tower. It would be nice to open up a little bit more space for Edward Gaming.
Graves' ulti should be
Rookie's flank's going to be pretty gross here, but he can't quite get in. Firelily does move him off, but EDG have to back off from that siege. All 5 to group that now, all is 5. But can't seem to do too much here. Just going to wrap around back towards the Baron and try and get some vision down. Blue buff for Athena as well. Oh, Rookie again. He just keeps poking his head in. Firelily's going to die in one more hit.
Absolutely. Rookie can just work. He's level 17.
That's just going to work. Oh, he stole the blue as well. And there's a TP in for Zatai, going for Firelily. Pop Salam's Respite, but it might not quite be enough here. Jeff also caught it completely out with Koro, trying to peel off from him. He does get out to safety, but this is going to be a tricky fight. Firelily does die to Zatai on the other end. He's now locked down Athena. Rookie going to jump in onto Deft, and Deft will die as well. Zatai still chasing people down, and Rookie's just picking whatever target he wants. Mako should die after the ulti wears off. Dies as well as Athena barely lives off to the side. And Invictus Gaming pick up 4 easy kills.
And a 4-for-0 trade as well, as they can just move on to the Baron. They've got a tanky Poppy and Zatai, and we're going to have a look at this one again. Fantastic flank and collateral damage from Graves forces out the immediate Lamb's Respite. Meanwhile, all 4 members of Invictus Gaming are just sitting on the flank poking around. Zatai is unrelenting, saves the ultimate to knock Athena up. He has to run away, has 0 impact in this fight, nor did Firelily. and the rest of Invictus Gaming are playing a 4 versus 3 fight, and it was too easy.
Yeah, you saw EDG tried there. They put the tanks in the front, put the carries in the back, but got zoned out by Zatai with a great teleport, and the gold lead's not making it any easier. IG looking so good in this game with Kid in the jungle. And a lot of that's all to do with Rookie just starting such a big snowball. Dragon number 4 about to come on here for IG as well. Philo, I don't even know if he can do this. Oh, no, once again, Kid there with the smite deft. He's looked good for these steals, but Kid's been on top of it every single time. 4 dragons to nothing now.
And let the clock commence for the snowball, because we might actually get a dragon number 5. Invictus Gaming cannot win in the next 6 minutes. They do have the Baron buff, so all signs point to yes in terms of can Invictus Gaming win. It's still entirely possible to...
And we have a pause.
Yes, in case you hadn't got that. I don't know how much you could physically watch.
I probably not very much. I can tell you right now.
Hello.
Well, we are back into the rift now. We can see players are back. All right, so we'll see what happens now. Once again, IG. 10,000 gold ahead. Never mind. So it was a bit under my estimate before. But things are looking real good here. Energy just trying to defend up these Baroned up minions, but fairly tricky, to say the least. As you see, Kid and Zatai happily sieging up here with the help from a few cannons. Corey going to try and phase check, do what he can, and time is going to reinforce the backside as well here for IG.
Yeah, Invictus Gaming, again, they've got that Baron buff in the point of power, and they're even pinging the middle lane at the moment. Zatai doesn't have his teleports. That's where they... Oh my god, hello.
Kill action to Rookie. That's a great start there for EDG. Able to pick up 2 kills there. I think IG just kind of sat around a little too long, and they lose key members there.
Yeah, I mean...
Kid's super low as well.
They completely misplayed, it seems. EDG, they find an advantage somehow.
Yeah, 3v3 looked great there for IG.
Yeah.
But 5v3 or 5v5 under that tower did not work out. So unfortunately, I'm not too sure what happened there.
Rookie that goes down as well.
Yeah,
all people.
that's got to be the worst thing.
It's the one you can't have. Rookie's build as well is very offensive based.
Yes.
Like, there's no defense in that whatsoever. So if you catch him, he's dead.
Well, EDG will happily take it. Fumble there from IG is going to give EDG a lot of momentum pushing down this turret. They almost wipe Baron buff. They pretty much wipe it off their key members, and they're just going to keep shoving. These death timers, don't forget, quite long here at this point. Rookie 10 seconds away from coming back, and they get 2 turrets out of it. It's not everything, but it'll certainly claw the gold lead back towards the direction they want it to be going.
And this is where Invictus Gaming wanted to be in the first place. Having Zatai sitting in that bottom lane and then working around the rest of the team in saying that they've now lost the Baron because of the timing of that teleport. Very unfortunate. And they got caught out of position by EDG, who, look, they have closed the gap a little bit. The gap is still definitely there, though, and that's the big concern.
Yep, it's a pretty wide gap still. You can see the items are starting to come together, though. Deft looking at about kind of 4 items. He's sort of got 2 half items and 3 completes. Yeah, Banshee's quite defensive, but he knows Rookie's a big threat. Doesn't want to eat too much CC.
Yeah.
Deathcap is up for Athena as well, so wave clear at least might be on his side as far as that goes. And Rookie's starting to push some lanes. Actually quite like this from him. Move between the lanes, see if you can get a pick, push them out, and then just stay aggressive and across the map. Because we saw before, Rookie being static in a lane was maybe not as effective as he would have liked.
Yeah, definitely. And that was the biggest concern in Invictus Gaming. The one time they made a rotation, they actually took some turrets down in the bottom lane, worked that into that Baron, and found themselves with the 10k gold lead they were at. They just need to now be a little bit more clever, because if you look at the vision on the top side of the map, it's actually all Edward Gaming. So he needs to pick a safer lane to do it in, or to get some vision down first.
Certainly does, but no major objectives up right now. Zatai continuing to apply pressure down here in the bottom side. And remember, Dragon 5, and of course Baron, always important, will be up in the next few minutes. So Athena is going to get himself a blue. Does take it away there. Corey back down to the bottom side. Going to take out the minions here as well. He's pretty much just here checking Zatai. Zatai just knows that he can't afford to push all the way down and try and take a turret without other pressure on the map.
Yeah, absolutely right, of course. Zatai on this pop, he's starting to outscale Koro in the 1v1. You would have to say doing a little bit more damage than that of his lane counterpart. So it's starting to get a little bit better here for Invictus Gaming. And the threatening 5th Dragon is on the board now. 2 minutes away almost, so just a bit less.
And IG know that's a perfect spot to fight. They did lose the scuffle under that tower before, but there was more an error of judgment there from IG being outnumbered, I think, rather than a straight-up team fight. They certainly still have the gold lead. You think they should be able to muscle their way through a team fight, but EDG have shown us great things before. We'll see how they do here. So we actually might be starting things off. Mako Might be looking to go in for a flank there. He's going to dive in for a huge pulverize there as EDG charge forward. Kid is all knocked up there as the damage just flies in, but Rookie still going through there as well. Def will actually get the first kill onto Kitties as the Lamb's Respite doing a whole lot of work. Athena kiting out. Fire Lolly trying to get through there as well, but Time's got the kill onto Fire Lolly. Damage is still there in EDG. They just can't hold on. Def, the last man standing. He will die as well. No, he's still alive for now, so Ty charges in, and there's the ace for IG.
Yeah, look, that's too hard for me to say, Pastry. I have no idea. They just pressed their buttons so better than EDG did. They're going to be able to win the game from that one.
And IG are going to take it by the looks of things. Death time is far too long at this point. And EDG, we kind of expect them to go for one big team fight. Looks pretty good, but couldn't quite clinch it out. IG just too far ahead at this point. And this is going to be game number 1. IG will beat EDG, who have still not won a game here in their first week of LPL 2016. EDG fans looking a little grim, but Invictus Gaming with Kid in jungle will take the first one.
With the jungler that you wouldn't expect. 1-0 and 11 basically played the support role for his team. He facilitated with a fair chunk of damage.